What's good in the hood? It's your man Nico Bean, and today we gonna get it in. Today we're talking about Thunderbolt Ross has officially been recast with Harrison Ford. Yes, I meant to make a video about this when the news initially came out, but I think no, I made it short. So yeah, I did give an initial reaction to the news. Um, I did mean to revert back and come to make another video, but here we are. So it has been reported that Thunderbolt Ross has been officially recast due to comic book news and I believe Deadline as well. Let me make sure that's correct because I need to be excuse me, I need to be accurate in my um oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, Collider, IGN, and comicbooknews.com. Yeah. So it has been officially reported that Thunderbolt Ross, who was previously played by William Hurt, who died in let's see, William Hurt died March of this year. So William Hurt died in 2022 this year on March 13th. Um, and surrounding that, you didn't have a lot of news coming around that he died. I mean, of course, that they initially came out and said that he passed away. I don't know anything about Marvel saying Marvel didn't address that William Hurt passed away, but apparently they knew because lo and behold, they recasted his role. So we have that, and the hypocrisy is showing. You recasted this role 6 months after the man died, William Hurt. Now, William Hurt and both Harrison Ford have way more experience in the movie industry than said actor Chadwick Boseman, who played T'Challa, who was the first black African American to play the titular role of T'Challa, the Black Panther. And so we have a situation where the hypocrisy is about to rear its ugly head. And I mean that in the most gruesome way. Because not only have you recasted I don't want to say it's not a significant role, but it's really not. Thunderbolt Ross is a Hulk villain. And the only reason they're recasting this character is to continue the story that they have for the upcoming movie in 2023, which is going to be the Thunderbolts. And that is a ragtag team of basically anti-heroes. You have Black Widow's little sister. You have Winter Soldier. You have Red Guardian. You have all these other characters that are basically the Suicide Squad of the Marvel Universe. And you have their leader, which is Red Hulk, who is Thunderbolt Ross. So now we have a situation where they're going to have to answer the question, Answer the question. So you recasted I don't want to say, I said it before, it's not really a significant role, but you're saying that you're going to recast a white role, but the only black significant role that you have that's mainstream, has its own franchise, you just said, the hell with that, we're not going to do anything with it. We're just going to let the women lead, which I'm not trying to sound misogynistic because there's a lot of misandrous stuff going on in this media that we're coming around and saying that we did not want to recast the only significant black male role that we have, besides Blade, besides Luke Cage, and we're not going to recast the very first black role that we have because, black superhero role, because you have Falcon, you have War Machine, you have all these other roles that have been filled and now being played out to what they are now, story wise. You have Armor Wars that is coming soon. That's officially being a movie instead of a Disney Plus series. So you have all this coming out, and at some point, the question is going to be asked: why didn't you recast T'Challa, but you recast Thunderbolt Ross? And they're going to have their tongues tied to the point where people are going to be saying, dude, you say you're not going to recast the role. So, what's up with you recast Thunderbolt Ross? You didn't do the same treatment with William Hurt. You didn't come out and say during D23, oh, well, William Hurt was so iconic in the role of Thunderbolt Ross, even though he had only three outings as the character from 2008's Incredible Hulk to Captain America Civil War and then in Avengers Infinity War. You didn't say anything about him. You just said, the hell with it. Well, we got to keep the story going, so let's go ahead and recast it right quick. We got Harrison Ford. He's just wrapped up playing Indiana Jones for the 5th time, and now we should get him in as Hulk. And I'm pretty sure that it's funny how initially the person who is over Lucius Films, which is a female, initially blocked him, well, rumoredly had blocked him from getting this role. Now it's actually official that he's going to be playing Thunderbolt Ross. And so it's funny how things work, but it's the world we live in. So now, Marvel, you got to speak up because y'all have been looking at this thing for the past 2 years. I understand you mourn the man, Chadwick Boseman. I understand y'all got a business to run. But the way y'all doing this, y'all not separating business and emotions because feelings and business is not good business. And what I mean by that is you're making a film, and I'm referring to Black Panther Wakanda Forever. You're making a film based on your emotions. You're not making a film based on storylines or anything else. You said, the hell with it, we're not going to do continuity. And there's been rumors, well, there's been speculation that this movie is set during the blip. Because what you said was that this film was set a year after T'Challa died. So, it's not set during the blip because you said it's during a year after T'Challa passed away. So, either this film is set initially, and I want you to think about what you're saying. So, Chadwick Boseman died in 2020. You're saying that this film is set a year after T'Challa died. And they're just not having the funeral? Like, really? What person do you know has a funeral a year after somebody passes? Like, really? I might be wrong with that, and I'm willing to take the heat for that. I understand that. But if somebody passes away, usually you trying to hurry up with the funeral processions. And I'm not saying that you guys are right about this because you're totally wrong about what you're doing with this character. You're taking on the sense of you're going with your emotions, and then you force the actors who work with Chadwick Boseman to come back and make this film. And you're saying, hell with your feelings, you don't get to mourn. You're going to put that mourn that you have, those feelings, and you're going to put it in this movie. That's what you're saying. So you expect me, as a black person, to go see this movie after you said that, one, you gave a award to his brother, Derek Boseman. You did see the Urban Faith interview he had with another black person, and he gave you what your mindset was. He knew what you guys were going to do ahead of time. And you guys just went along with it. Because at this point, you guys have no room for excuse. You guys decided to go along with the narrative of saying you guys don't get another Black Panther. And there's plenty of young black actors out in the field, in the industry, that would like to take up this role. You have two, and I can pull up, I have receipts. You have two actors. You have two actors that say that they're willing to take up this role. And I know exactly who they are. One's not even in this country. Let's see here. Give me a sec. I'm about to pull it up. And like, share, and subscribe. If you know me, grow me, sharing is caring. And yeah, shout out to Be Real with D Real. Um, I saw the video you made, and this is inspired me to make this video. I thank you for speaking with me, talking to me, encouraging me, and shout out to Theo Butler. He's also one of my mentors. But let's pull up this thing right here because I do know. Um, I do know. Okay, here we go, right here. And I hope I'm saying this right. Maurice Kaira. It sounds like he's a Nigerian, no, Ugandan actor, and he lives in. I'm not going to put out his information, but he's Ugandan. Um, and I quote: "If Hollywood is to recast T'Challa, I'd love to play the role of T'Challa in the next Black Panther. This Ugandan dreams of such a powerful and important role." So that's two actors. We had Ilan Noel, who was interviewed by, well, not interviewed, but asked by E-Man if given the opportunity, would he take on the role of T'Challa? He said yes. So that's two actors. Ilan Noel, who played in the first Purge, and then you have this actor who's on Twitter saying that he would actually want to take on the role, and he's out of the country. He's from Uganda, and I don't know if he's in the United States or not. I think he is. It seems like he's not, but you have two actors. One who probably has that thick African accent that probably doesn't have an American accent that is willing to take on the role. So at this point, you have two options. Well, it's not even an option in itself. You're gonna have to answer for what you've done, because you're telling your only black audience that you have is that we don't give a damn about you. That's exactly what you're saying. Because this whole entire thing is nothing but mental warfare. You want people to go pay for a movie that's basically a funeral twice. Chadwick Boseman died 2 years ago. And then you're saying that T'Challa died, which screws up your whole entire continuity of stories. T'Challa was freaking well and was sitting with Ramona and Shuri at the end of 2019 after being brought back from being dusted from Thanos. Then you killed him off in his own movie, basically. You put him in a comatose state in 2018's Black Panther. In 2016, you killed off his father in the most non-essential way of saying that he died from a bomb. And that is true. I mean, anybody can die from a bomb. But what I'm saying is, the trope of killing off black fathers, and then you have rumored in this upcoming movie where you're saying that he's going to have a son by Nakia. No, that's just lazy writing, and it's stupid writing. No fictional character should have to have a father, where, especially in an African kingdom, where we're trying to distract ourselves and escape from the tropes that we have to live in reality. And then, Kevin Feige, you say that the MCU mirrors what goes on outside of our window, or outside of our window. I really don't believe Stan Lee says that. I really don't. Because he made this character in the 60s during my parents' time when they were growing up to escape from that. And you're saying, oh, we're going to bring Black Death back into the fictional world. Which characters do die in comics? Yes, I understand that. But it's funny how you can say that, and I was just watching some other things, you say that different characters were dead in other movies, but then they came back. You did that with T'Challa in 2018. People thought he was dead, but he wasn't. He came back after ingesting the heart-shaped herb again. And this also has been on my mind. What made you think that destroying the garden of the heart-shaped herb was a good idea? Because that did not make any sense at all. Yes, I understand that Killmonger was a part of a JSOC squad where he infiltrated different countries and basically screwed them up from the inside out. I understand that. But this is a country where none of that should have happened. It's tight-lipped, airtight. Nothing gets in, nothing gets out without the king's approval. And so now, once again, you put yourself in a clusterfuck. That's exactly what you've done. And so now you're going to have to reap the benefits. But that's my spiel, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. And please give me some feedback. Tell me what I did wrong. I'm pretty sure people agree with what I said or not. I'm willing to really roll with the punches. Love y'all. Be safe. Take care. See you on the next one.